Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the 80K Woodswalker channel where we focus on everything having to do with outdoor adventuring. Today is the start of what could either be an epic trip, a painful trip, or more likely,
an epic fail.
A combination of the two. So stick around. You might be wondering what kind of dumb adventure we've gotten ourselves into this time. Well, we are actually on our way out to the Johns Brook Lodge right here in the Adirondack High Peaks. We're gonna spend the weekend out here. As you probably know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, Mark and I are very close to becoming 46ers, and it's our goal to achieve that this year, 2021. Unfortunately, we still have 9 mountains to go. 5 of those 9 mountains are in the Great Range here. So, we are going to stay the night at one of the JBL lean-tos. Tomorrow morning, wake up really early. We're gonna do Haystack, Basin, Saddleback, Gothics, Armstrong, and that will complete the mountains that Mark and I need. But since Brad is with us, he also needs Upper Wolfjaw. So we're gonna make a big loop out of the day, and hopefully, end the weekend at 42 out of 46 high peaks. Let's see how it goes. There's a really big tree. Alrighty, we made it to the JBL. Now we gotta check in because we have a reservation at one of the lean-tos, and then yeah, we're just gonna hang out for the rest of the day, see what this is all about. Let's go inside, see what happens. All right, we just checked in, and it looks like we're in luck. Our lean-to is the Crandall lean-to, so we're here at the Johns Brook Lodge. We're gonna cross this bridge, come down around here, and our lean-to is right there, which is really, really good news because in the morning, we're gonna come back on this side of the bridge, take this trail all the way out to Bushnell Falls, and then go up, you know, up in that general area that way.
Hopefully that cloud's gone by then.
Hopefully the cloud's gone by then. And then when we come back, we're actually going to be coming back down this line right here. So, good stuff. Alrighty, and we made it to Crandall Lean-To. If only this was the only part of our adventure that we had to hike to. No. It's okay though. So as most of you know, I am not a filthy ground dweller. I like to hang from the trees in my hammock like the gods said we were supposed to. Unfortunately, there's no hammocks, no tents here. So I gotta sleep in there with those guys, like within arm's distance. First challenge of the trip. Get a good night's sleep, not in my hammock, way too close to these jokers. We'll see. Good morning. It's early. I'm actually walking over to the JBL. They have potable water over there, so I'm gonna fill up about 4 liters of water for the day. Because once we get up on the ridge, there's no water up there for about 6 miles. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I don't like sleeping on the ground or on a lean-to floor. It's not incredibly comfortable, but I'm looking forward to getting back there tonight. I'll probably sleep like a king tonight, or the dead, whichever. All right, let's go get some water and get this day started. All right, it is just now 7 a.m. We are on our way up the mountains. We're filling up water at the JBL. Whole host of people came in this morning, so according to them, the garden parking lot already full. That's crazy because it's 3.5 miles away, which means it was full at about 5 o'clock this morning. Supposedly it's supposed to be a really nice day as far as weather is concerned, and yeah, we're gonna be in for some treats today as long as we don't die. All right, we have made it to Slant Rock, a rock that is all slanty. There is a lean-to right up the way there. We're gonna take a quick little break here, filter some water, and probably take some snacks, and then make the last push up to the ridge, which I think it's gonna be about a mile from here until we get to the top of Little Haystack, and then it's not very far from Little Haystack to Haystack proper. So yeah, now is when all the steep climbing comes into play.
We haven't even gotten to the steep section yet.
Thanks, Dan. One thing about these trails in the Adirondacks, they always go up where the water drains off the top of the mountain. So on one hand, there's always water. On the other, your feet are always wet. Still, it's beautiful. Pretty awesome. All right, we are at the junction with the Blue Trail. That's gonna take us up to Little Haystack, over Little Haystack, and up to Haystack itself, where we're gonna have some lunch, I think. It's just now 10 o'clock, so 3 hours to get here. Not too bad, considering we had about a 20-25 minute break at the Slant Rock lean-to area for filtering water, getting snacks, things like that. So we're doing really well, but we have a mile until we get to Haystack, and it's gonna be a lot of this straight up. Haystack is the 3rd tallest mountain in New York State. It stands at 4,906 feet, I think, something like that. So crazy. But just so I don't die, I'm gonna put the camera away and hike. Okay, we have made it to the first nub when we're climbing Haystack. So with Haystack, it's interesting. You hit this little nub, and then the one right directly behind me, that's Little Haystack, and then let's go this way. Yeah, the big guy right there, that's regular Haystack. I saw in one of the trip reports I read for this mountain, almost fell. They called this the needle in the haystack. I thought that was pretty funny, so that's what we're calling it. This is the needle in the haystack. We're gonna keep going because lunch is on Haystack and I'm getting hungry. So
There's people on top.
let's go. So we made it to the top of Haystack Mountain, and we've been up here for a little bit and ate some food and just hung out, enjoying the views. They're incredible up here. This is mountain number 38 in Mark and I's journey to become 46ers. Brad hit the halfway point today. He's at number 23. Daisy is at 24, and Dan is actually at 83 high peaks of 46. I'm no mathologist, but something seems a little funny.
Hasn't finished yet.
It is super windy up here, and we've got at least a few more mountains left in the day, so we're gonna get to moving. I'm gonna put the camera away because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's super sketchy, the Haystack, Little Haystack combination of climbing. There's a lot of internal screaming. It was mentally exhausting. So I'm gonna put the camera away and then we'll see each other in the woods again. Alrighty, we are down off of Haystack and Little Haystack. We are making our way down into the cull between Haystack and Basin, and then we are going up Basin Mountain for mountain number 2 of the day. Let's see how this goes. And after a long descent off of Little Haystack, we have reached the cull between Haystack and Basin. So now we're going to start the up. That was a very rocky trail, and most of it has a stream in it, so just be careful when you come out. If you're wondering, Haystack Brook is flowing, so you can actually filter up here, which is awesome. I think this is the last place you can filter until you get to one of the junctions where you have to go down, like the Orbed Trail, or hopefully if the legs hold out, we get down to the trail back to the JBL after Upper Wolfjaw. So we'll see, but if you need to filter, this is a place you can do it, which is good news. All right, let's start the ascent. And just like that, through the miracle of video editing, we were at the top of Basin. It literally was super quick like that. That's a lie. That was a tough climb. We did about 1,000 feet in 0.7 from the cull between the Haystack and Saddleback. So yeah, it was pretty good. There was some sketchy slide scramble stuff that we had to do, but we're here. So Mark and I are at 39 mountains each. And we've got Brad, he's at 24, Daisy's at 25. Pretty awesome, man. Basin sits at like 4,827 feet, and I think that that makes it the 8th highest peak, the 9th highest peak in New York State. So that's kind of cool, very neat. We just took a little bit of a break. We're gonna take some pictures. We're gonna go and attempt Saddleback. All right, so right there, that's the cliffs of Saddleback. I'm gonna tell you right now, of everything that we have planned for this trip, that is the one thing that I think is gonna break me. Super nervous about it, but we have a while before we get there. So we're descending off a Basin now. We're gonna climb up. When we get to the cliffs, I'll show you. Ugh. Fingers crossed it's not as bad as I'm imagining. We'll see.
Let's hear it for gravity.
Down goes Freight.
All right, so here we are at the cliff of Saddleback. You can see they go that way. It's up, and that's where the top of the mountain is. So as people who are stuck right here, we have to go up. I've read that these are called the Cliffs of Insanity.
The Cliffs of Insanity!
I love it. So that's what I've been referring to these as. And
Does that mean we get to use Andre the Giant to get up them?
oh, where is Andre the Giant? That's what we need.
Yes. Soon in the merch store.
So I'm gonna put the camera away because, like I said, this is really sketching me out. I want to make sure I have both hands, both feet, my teeth if I need it. I might even use my ponytail, who knows. But we're gonna get up there, and this will be number 40 for Mark and I, so that's kind of cool. Stick around, nobody's gonna die. That's my positive thinking.
I'm gonna die eventually.
Crack Hills. All right, my nerves have calmed just a bit. We've successfully navigated the Cliffs of Insanity. I have all of my parts. They're only a little scraped up. Even Daisy made it, and it's all thanks to these three guys right here. That was super gnarly. I don't know how you people do this. I did not care for that at all. That is, you know what? I'd rather climb Allen again than do that. And yeah, that's saying something. So we did it though. We did it. And that's the awesome news. This is number 40 for Mark and I. 40, dude. That's incredible. We are so close. So close. 26 for Daisy, 25 for Bradley, and 85 for Dan.
Hey Brad, you still haven't caught Daisy yet, huh?
No, I have not.
We're just
I also haven't caught my breath.
we're just catching our breath, getting some drinks, eating some snacks, and then we're going to make it down the hill. We still got mountains to go, man.
Rub that in. Rub it in real nice.
As you're coming down the non-insane side of Saddleback, there's a little lookout. This is really pretty. Check this out. It's very beautiful. Some really insane slides on these mountains. A lot of that stuff is caused from the hurricanes from years ago. In fact, one of the bigger slides that is actually part of the Orbed Trail, that's from Hurricane Irene, I believe. So when that came through, it just ripped up all sorts of trees and all the dust and everything on the ground, sent it down the mountain. And I don't know if it's still there, but for years and years, there was just piles of trees and stuff right at the bottom. Pretty crazy. All right, let's get to walking. We got more miles to put in today. We just passed the last junction, the junction between Saddleback and Gothics. That was our very last bailout option if we wanted to kind of break this up into two different trips. We're not doing it. We're going full send on the entire dumb. Now we are going up the cable route of Gothics. It's 0.6 to the summit, and it looks like a pretty steep and gnarly 0.6. Dan says it's beautiful.
It's pretty and it's fun, and Jay's gonna hate me in about 15 minutes.
Dan likes to lie about things. We'll see how it goes. But this is it. We're doing 6 mountains in the Great Range today. Wow. All right, let's go. Well, if you're ever wondering why it's called the cable route, right at about 4,200 feet, there's a cable. It helps you kind of get up some of these little sketchier sections, and it's pretty awesome. So that's a good win. I like it. Cool. We're on the false summit of Gothics, and the view is stupid good. Check this out. Wow. We climbed all those mountains right there. Crazy. And we made it to the top of Gothics for real. We actually had lunch at one of the little outlooks over there. Awesome, man. Yeah. Number 41. Mark, that's awesome.
5 left.
Only 5 left till we get our 46ers status. We got 2 mountains left today. They're that way. We got 4 miles till we get back to camp, and the sun is setting. Well, not yet. It's like 6:30-ish, so we got a couple hours. But yeah, we might be hiking down back to camp in the dark. That's okay, because we are summiting 6 mountains today. That's incredible, especially 6 mountains in the Great Range. It's not an easy feat.
It's not that great. It's mediocre at best.
The mediocre range.
Yeah, mediocre range. Yeah.
Okay, sure. He lies. Woo! That is the 5th mountain of the day, putting Mark and I at lucky number 42. It's the answer to life, the universe, and everything else. Wow, that was good. Do not underestimate Armstrong. It's not as tough as the other mountains that we did today, but it's good. It's not bad. Beautiful view off this ledge here. Looks like the summit sign is missing, which is unfortunate. If you keep stealing those summit signs, stop, please. It's obnoxious. But anyway, Dan, what are you at? 85, 6?
Something like that. 86.
Okay. Bradley?
27.
27.
Daisy 28.
28 for Daisy. We are crushing it. There's not much going on here, and we got 1 more mountain to hit, so we're gonna take some pictures and beat feet.
See what I'm standing on right here. No, do not push me.
And these are the faces of 4 dudes and a dog who've climbed 6 of the high peaks in the Great Range today. We are on Upper Wolfjaw. The sun's gonna set within the hour, so we're gonna take some pictures or whatever and bolt. We're going down to Wolfjaw Notch and then heading straight down to the JBL from there, and going back to camp. I'm gonna pull the headlamp out. Chances are I'm not going to record anymore. I'm going to put the camera away, just so that we can move and not be, in the dark for as long. It's beautiful up here, as it always is. We crushed it, and I'm really impressed with us. Now, all we need to do is make it back to the camp. All right, we have made it back to the lean-to. That was a 15-hour day today. But we crushed 6 of the Adirondack High Peaks in the Great Range. I don't know what the mileage is at this point, but I'm tired. We're packing up the bear canisters, or repacking the bear canisters, I should say, sending them back into the woods in the hopes that nobody messes with our chow for the morning, because none of us are hungry and all of us are sleepy. We'll be hungry in the morning. So I'm going to close it out tonight right here, and we will pick it up in the morning and talk about the day. So good night. Good morning, and no, you do not need to adjust the color on your monitor. I am this red because the sun hates gingers. Yesterday was epic. We calculated out to 13.26 miles, and we took 15 and a half hours to do it, which, based off of the terrain, I am not sad with. That was good. Plus, we spent like 40 minutes on the top of Haystack. That was a bit too long, I think, but whatever. We enjoyed it. The view was epic.
We deserved it.
Yeah.
And a half hour at Slant Rock.
Oh, we did spend a half hour at Slant Rock, too. So, there you go. I mean, there's ways to make up that time, I guess. I had a great time. I don't know how it came out in the video, but the only part I was really super nervous about was the cliffs of Saddleback. And, like I said, these guys helped me out on that mentally and physically, so thanks for the butt touch. Appreciate it.
Gotcha. Full handful.
Well,
Brad loves tight your butts.
how else would you get me up there other than a full handful?
It was firm.
Like mutton.
So, I had a really good time. It was a very tough day. I think it was probably my toughest day in these mountains, and I'm not looking forward to ever doing something like that anytime soon. So, see how the guys liked it.
I had done all of these mountains before, and like an idiot, decided I was going to go do it again. Now, I deeply enjoyed sharing the cable route with these guys, because the cable route up Gothics is pretty awesome. I didn't remember doing the Saddleback Cliffs before, but that's the trail I took, so it was cool to watch Jay overcome them, which was neat. Overall, I wouldn't recommend it. My legs are killing me.
Had a lot of fun. Really loved the, the views, everything as far as that was worth it. There was a moment before our last bailout where Jay was contemplating not going and doing the, next grouping of mountains, and I was with him in that boat. I'm glad we finally decided to, and honestly, the only thing I was most nervous about was hiking out in the dark, because I had never done that before. I'm glad I was with a group of people that know what they're doing and know exactly, how to descend safely. Remember, just, stay safe if you're going to do something, and be with people that know what they're doing.
Apparently, stumbling out in the dark is knowing what we're doing. Fantastic.
I'm still shocked that he thought that we are experts at stumbling in the dark, because there's a lot of twisted ankles and cursing. So I think it was dumb, but it was epic. I actually was stupidly in the court to vote to go forward, and I'm not really sad about it, because we did do something that not a whole lot of people can say they can do. Doing those 6 mountains in one day is super challenging. There's a lot of the sketchy areas. You heard Jay talk about the Saddleback Cliffs, Dan talking about the cable route. There's a few ladders, and really it comes down to, it's not me that I'm worried about. I'm always worried about Daisy. But she nailed it. She did the majority of the trip without our assistance. She needed a couple of pushes and shoves. We did have to use the rope once to help hoist her on the cliffs, but she nailed it, and I'm happy about that. Oh, well, I guess when we helped her on ladders.
So I would say, I'm glad we made the decision to continue on and get all 6 yesterday. It was tough. It was challenging. It was mentally rewarding, physically painful at the moment, but I think tomorrow or later on this week, it's going to be one of those things we feel really good about. And Mark and I, we're at 42 of our 46 high peaks. That's insane. We're so close. We're like that close. Well, we're like that close. The goal is to get it done this year, and I think we're gonna do it. I think we're on a good path to do it. So I want to thank these guys for agreeing to go do the dumb and all of their help on the trails. It was awesome. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like outdoor adventure videos, gear chat, the dumb, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But most importantly, make sure you get outside and do something awesome. We'll see you next time.